You are on Miami Jewels, and this is Margarita Skype, and today in this short video but very informative one, we're going to talk about all things emeralds. What you need to know before buying an emerald, really quick. Number one, what drives emerald prices is the color. If you are shopping for an emerald, you need to understand that you are really shopping for the color. It is the only thing that really drives the price of an emerald, okay? So if you want to go with a lower budget, you have to choose a color that's not so deep and that's not so saturated. Because in emeralds, inclusions means nothing. This is an included stone as a given. And the problem is that unless you have a good budget, you are getting somewhat of a cleaner stone and somewhat of a nice color. If you don't have a really good budget, you really have to choose, and the choice is yours. You can either have on one hand a clearer stone with a translucent color, I want to say, or a more included stone with a nice rich color. The choice is yours. Both of those will be on the more affordable size. Number two, this stone is one of the most amazing historical stones out there. The emerald course in the gemological university where I took it was a lot longer than a diamond course. So it is a very complex stone. You really need to know emeralds in order to make a good decision. If you see emeralds out there for $20, for $30, for $50, or even $100, and it looks like a beautiful stone, you are being fooled. Do not be fooled. Emeralds are on expensive side when they're natural with a nice color. Of course, I'm not talking about stones that are, completely opaque, such as here. Those stones that are, that don't have any light through can be on a cheaper side. I'm talking about fine emeralds or somewhat of a fine quality emeralds. Please don't be fooled. There are so many stones on the market right now, and every other one is emerald, 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 but they are not. They might be lab grown, they might be synthetic, they might be cubic zirconia with an emerald color, but they're not natural. So always ask for certificate of authenticity. This is a very good trick to find out the sellers that are authentic. Most sellers that do sell authentic emeralds will provide you with a certificate that shows that the stone is natural. Number three, almost all emeralds are oil treated. This is to kind of hide the inclusions, make them better. The oil that's used is most of the time cedar oil, although in some countries different types of oils are used, but oil treatment in emeralds is totally natural. Emeralds come from everywhere. One of the most, I would say, popular ones is Colombia, and you can see the beautiful stones here. They are bluish green in color, a very interesting bluish hue to them. You can see that they're different because if you compare them to Brazilian emeralds right here, the Brazilian emeralds are known for more yellowish green as opposed to blue. Now there are some Zambian absolutely stunning emeralds on a darker side, very saturated. Also Afghanistan, one of the most beautiful emeralds come from there. Ural, Russia, one of the most beautiful emeralds come from there. Emeralds come from a lot of different places, okay? But going to my point just before that, make sure you have a certificate, because in a lot of the times the certificate will say the origin. Not all the time, but a lot of the times it will. One of the reasons is because Colombian emeralds, for example, are one of the most expensive in the world, okay? Because of its origin. And so a lot of the time sellers that sell those, they do want to get them certified. Okay, prices for emeralds are all over the place. You can find a beautiful stone around 1 carat, I want to say, such as the Usher cut right here. It's about 6 millimeters. And this one is about $700 to $900, depending on where you buy it. That's kind of the norm for this. You can see that the stone included. It is not as deep. You can see that it has some light through and some translucent, parts of it. So that's where the price comes from. If you are going to get the same stone, but it's clean, such as here, this is also natural emerald. This stone on the other side is $30,000. Why? As you can see, it is nearly perfect. Almost has no inclusions, and the color is nice and saturated. So with emeralds, you really need a good budget to get a good stone, or you gotta live with the inclusions. Those are the only choices you have, as I said before. Okay, my last point and my most interesting point is, where do you think the most expensive emerald was sold and when? It was in 2024 in Geneva, and it was sold for $9 million, and the emerald is called Aga Khan. It is absolutely stunning. It's right here. It was 37 carats, and boy, I don't know who bought it, but they are lucky. It's Margarita Skypin, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. I'll see you in the next video.